The Rangers returned from the All-Star break with a big overtime win over the Avalanche back on Monday night. They will face the Lightning on Wednesday night at the Garden. It's time to talk some Blueshirts hockey. We're going to do it with New York Post Rangers beat writer, that is Mollie Walker, who joins us now. Mollie, how you been?
I'm good. How are you, Dexter?
I'm doing good. The Rangers doing a little bit better after the All-Star break. And Mollie, we know the Rangers, they had a rough January, but they did have that 7-2 win over the Senators, before the All-Star break, and then Monday's win over Colorado, as I mentioned. From what you've seen the last two games, is this team getting back to the form that we saw from them earlier in the season?
Honestly, in short, no, not yet. The way this Rangers team started the season was unlike anything I'd seen from this core in the past. And despite the last two games resulting in wins, they weren't the 60-minute efforts we were seeing from the Rangers at the start of the season. In both of the last two games, they had to come from behind, and especially Monday night against the Avalanche, their offensive drive was just not there at all for 40 minutes. And Jonathan Quick absolutely stole that game for the Rangers, and I think the players in front of him are still working their way back to the level that they were playing at the start of the season. Luckily for them, they are still 4 points ahead in first place in the Metro, and there's still 32 games left in the season for the team to figure it out.
There still is time, and they have a little bit of a cushion, if you want to call it that, with that 4-point lead. Now, you mentioned Jonathan Quick there, Mollie, the backup goalie. He's currently 4th in the league in goals against average and 7th in save percentage. The 38-year-old, he's going to get another start between the pipes against Tampa Bay for the 3rd straight game. Igor Shesterkin hasn't been quite as reliable as he has been in seasons past. Is this string of starts that we've seen for Quick putting Igor's status as the #1 goalie in jeopardy, or is it just a little bit of a break here for Igor?
At this very moment, no, because the Rangers have made that clear. Head coach Peter Laviolette not only said Shesterkin is still their guy twice, but he mentioned there was also a plan in place for Shesterkin to get some extra work in with goaltending coach Benoit Allaire coming out of the All-Star break. I think they definitely planned for Quick to start against Colorado, but Shesterkin has strong numbers against Tampa Bay, and something tells me Quick won the net back with his 32 save performance on Monday night. And how do you not give it back to him? I mean, he was absolutely lights out, and the Rangers likely would not have won that game without him. Laviolette said Quick on Monday was always the plan. Today he said this was the tentative plan, and tentative is the word I'm focusing on here. But the Rangers know that they have to be careful as to not incite a goaltending controversy at this point in the season, and that's what they're trying to do here. But it will be interesting to see where this goes if Quick continues to outplay Shesterkin.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see because he's been playing so well. And you mentioned the C word there, controversy, which teams definitely want to avoid at this time of the season. And Mollie, the last time we spoke in mid-January, the Rangers were having some offensive struggles. The team only has 2 or fewer goals in 8 of their last 11 games. What do the Rangers have to do in order to get the offense going? Is it a matter of getting more shots on goal, or is it just simply executing better on the offensive end?
I definitely think it's the latter part of that, but I've said it before, I'm still kind of waiting to see that killer instinct in the neutral zone that they had at the beginning of the season. The way they turned defense into offense, how they forced turnovers and turned it into scoring opportunities. That offensive drive has just been missing a little bit, and Peter Laviolette said today he wants to see the power play get fired up again, an uptick in 5-on-5 contributions, and they even had a few shorthanded chances against the Avs that they didn't convert on. So I think it is just a matter of executing better.
Yeah, we'll see if the Rangers can execute better starting Wednesday night against Tampa Bay at the Garden and see if they can do better throughout then. They have a big Stadium Series matchup coming up with the Islanders that Mollie will be all over covering the Rangers as she does a great job for the New York Post. That is Mollie Walker. Mollie, always a pleasure to talk some Blueshirts hockey with you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Dexter.